Hello, this is my biofuel project, and we're looking at renewable diesel today, a new and important biofuel. So, biofuels are fuels made from organic sources categorized based on source material, and they're cleaner burning, renewable, and efficient compared to petroleum fuels. And some key examples are listed here on the slide. Ethanol, biodiesel, and renewable diesel are key examples. Okay, so renewable diesel is chemically identical to petroleum diesel, making it highly compatible with existing engines and infrastructure. And it's unique because, unlike biodiesel, the major competitive biofuel to renewable diesel doesn't require blending with petroleum diesel and can function well in cold temperatures. Renewable diesel is superior to biodiesel and it burns cleanly and more completely than petroleum diesel does. So far, renewable diesel is an incredible option for the health of the environment without sacrificing the functionality of petroleum fuel. And common sources are fats, oils, soybean oil, and canola oil. So, feedstock sources primarily use waste materials like used cooking oils and animal byproducts, and this is sustainable because it reduces waste by repurposing byproducts that would otherwise be discarded, and because it comes from a renewable source and is far more cleaner burning, so it's better for the environment. And basically, we see that plants involved in the feedstock process capture CO2 and help in anabolism to grow in biomass. That is where the organic source comes from, and that's where all the energy is created from photosynthesis and the creation of complex structures that hold energy that are later broken down in refineries to create energy. And respiration and fermentation, though not directly involved in diesel production, they're important in the biological cycles in the feedstock life cycle, such as the plants and the animal byproducts. And that's what helped the animal grow and provide the energy for it to grow so that we can later use that energy. So the production of renewable diesel is shown on the figure to the right, and hydrotreating is the most common pathway. It involves reacting lipids with hydrogen under high temperatures and pressure with a catalyst. There are some other production methods that I won't get too deeply into, but they are listed here. Gasification, pyrolysis, and hydrothermal processing, all breaking down the biomass to create fuel and energy. So the development status of renewable diesel, if we look at the graph on the right, we see an exponential boost from 2020 to 2023, and we see that it's widely available in states like California due to the economic benefits under the low carbon fuel standard. So many new facilities in the US, especially with some repurposing of petroleum refineries, is being seen, and Europe and Singapore are major international players as well. So it's a usable and growing source of fuel. So if you look at the impact on the carbon footprint and on the in the graph, we see that obviously renewable diesel cuts carbon intensity by about 65% compared to petroleum diesel, and it burns way more cleaner, so there's not other byproducts when burning this such as CO2 and NOx emissions contributing to cleaner air. And obviously it's also a renewable source. And the life cycle, we see that photosynthesis in plants also absorbs CO2, partially offsetting emissions when renewable diesel is burned. And if we look at the economic impact, we see that market price is priced pretty competitively with petroleum diesel, especially in California. And this industry also is growing and stimulating job opportunities in production and especially in research. And supported by California's low carbon fuel standard incentivizing adoption, we see there are some economic incentives in the USA right now. So the next step is public awareness and communication because biodiesel is far more common in the U.S. even though renewable diesel is a far superior product, and we need outreach efforts emphasis on renewable diesel's environmental and practical benefits, such as being able to function in colder environments and not having to be mixed with regular diesel. And we need public messaging on its compatibility with current engines without modifications so that we can understand that major investment with completely new infrastructure is not necessary for this technology. And we need initiatives involving policymakers, businesses, and consumers, and even the government to promote adoption. So, current analysis and recommendations. The current assessment, renewable diesel shows strong promise in reducing emissions and maintaining functionality. The challenges are scale up issues, feedstock sources, and competition with biodiesel. So basically, we just need to find a way to have way more feedstock sourcing and scale up the development. And the recommendation that I have is increasing investments in these diverse production technologies to boost scale and reduce costs. And this can come from private sectors and the government to promote this fuel and provide subsidies. So, an action plan, if we had unlimited funding, would be research expansion so we can have new efficient feedstocks and innovative production methods. Infrastructure development, establish renewable diesel facilities in diverse regions to reduce transport costs and emissions, and public incentives, create subsidies for renewable diesel use to accelerate adoption across the USA. And so, in conclusion, renewable diesel represents a powerful step towards sustainable energy, and increased production capabilities, public awareness, and supportive policies are going to be key to its growth. And investing in renewable diesel can lead to a cleaner environment and a more sustainable fuel landscape. And finally, these are my references, and the image references are listed under each. Thank you.